Here is the STRIVEcast is always open for everyone.
It is always open for
For our listeners and viewers.
Jeff, what episode are we opening?
Season 5, episode 6.
26.
26.
We were
Yeah.
only on episode 6.
Episode 26.
Season 5, episode 26. Whoa. Here we go. Should we introduce ourselves?
No, Paul Thompson.
No, Paul Thompson in the house.
I'm
Back from
Jeff.
assignment. Oh, sorry, Jeff. I stepped on you a little there. Introduce yourself again.
I'm Jeff.
And Jeff is here, carried the load by himself last week. All right. How about our sound and video engineer?
Hi, I'm Ryan, the sound and video engineer.
All right. Ladies?
Hello, I'm Whitney.
I'm Alex.
Now, Pete, welcome back.
Yeah.
Guys, what are we going to talk about today?
I wear this to promote the movie.
Oh, you're going to hear a little bit about the Super Mario movie coming out, I think, in Noel's segment. All right. And Jeff, what are you going to do?
Probably my segment.
Probably. Okay. We're going to do some trivia.
Yep.
All right. And then who's our guest?
It's the other one. Bill.
That's right. Bill Green is going to be our guest today.
All right. That's exciting.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a lot to do in the show. Should we get after it or anything else you guys want to talk about?
I wish I don't.
Nope. I'm very good, Pete. I'm back in the swing of things right now.
Back in the swing of things. All right. You want to take us a break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
Welcome to STRIVEcast. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a Maine boy through and through. I grew up in Bangor, and I liked sports, and I liked reading, and I liked singing, and I've lived in Maine my whole life, and I think I'm a pretty average guy.
Right. Jeff, you're up.
Can you tell us more about the show you hosting Bill Green's Maine?
Oh, Bill, I think you went on mute for a second there.
I'm sorry, I missed that mute button coming back. Yes, I can tell you a lot about Bill Green's Maine because I consumed most of my life. I think it's they called me in. The station had been sold by a Maine family to a national company called Gannett at that time, and they wanted to do a local show to look local, and they thought it would last for 3 to 5 years. And so I thought, well, that means that in 5 more years, I'll probably be out of this business. And so I thought, if I'm going to have a show, I might as well put my name on it. And I knew it was supposed to be about Maine, and so we called it Bill Green's Maine. And that was really smart on 2 fronts, because then I could do anything and say, well, that was my perspective. And so it gave me a chance to kind of have free will over what was going on there. And the second thing was they couldn't hire somebody more talented like Rob Caldwell or Todd Gutner, because you can't do Bill Green's Maine with Todd Gutner, right? So those good-looking guys with the fancy clothes couldn't take my job away from me. And to me, Maine is a hard-working place. Right now, I'm in my car, so I'm looking at a place without any leaves on the trees, and there's a lot of dirt and dust from around. The snowbanks are almost gone. I think our kind of beauty is different than, say, California, where there's a lot of pastel colors and it's warm. And I think our beauty is rugged beauty, and I think that translates into making us a different kind of people. I think we're very straightforward, very honest, very hardworking, and I love Maine, and I love doing all those stories.
Awesome. Noel?
Okay, what is your favorite part favorite part about working on that show?
Unquestionably, it was going places I wouldn't be able to go if I wasn't doing it for a living. Like, take Maple Sugar Sunday. 30 years ago when they started it, nobody went to Maple Sugar Sunday, and I got to go every year because it was my job. And I went so many wonderful places. The water ski show in Sanford. You think, well, this summer I'm going to go sit on the banks down there and watch the water skiers, but somehow you don't get around to it. But when it's your job, you go to Fort Kent, you spend the weekend at the Rock Motel, and you watch the sled dogs. And not only do you watch them like take off and go down the main street of the town where the people are 4 deep, you go out into the countryside and you go to a road crossing or to a lake and see them go by. And I remember one night, I think I'm tough. Not that I could like beat somebody up, but I'm tough in that you could beat on me for a long time before I'd quit. I'm durable. That's what I'm looking for. I'm durable. And we were up for the end of the sled dog race, and it was Sunday night, Monday morning. It starts Saturday morning. And so they'd gone for, I guess, just 40 hours. And they were finishing out on a lake road. I don't know why they weren't finishing at the ski slope where they usually do. And it was 25, 30 below. It was 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And I looked at my photographer, a guy named Kirk Craddy, and I just said, Kirk, go shoot the finish. I mean, I was too tired and broken up to get out of the car. And I would have if I'd had to, but I usually would go out and stand next to the photographer and watch the person come in. But I just said, I'm good. So, but I mean, what a wonderful experience that is to get to go to Fort Kent and see the sled dog race. And I've been many times. And, like one of the guys I think of right now as I'm talking to people, Barry Dana, I respect him enormously. He was a former chief of the Penobscot Nation. He was a Native American born in Old Town. He was a good football player in high school. I remember him very well. He's All-State. And Barry skijored, which means he put his skis on and got behind a team of dogs. And in that race, you've got to go so far the first day or they throw you out. They stop you. The trail closes after, if you haven't been 33 miles in 24 hours, you're out. And same with the next day. That would be wrong. It would be 83 miles. It'd be a third of the course. It's 250-mile race. He ski-jored 83 miles and just made it, but he was still in. So he said, I'm going to go the next day. Geez, the next day he went a little bit better. And so he got to go the last day and he did another 83 miles. He ski-jored 250 miles.
Wow.
And I was there when he finished. I mean, I think that's one of the greatest accomplishments in the history of Maine sports. And I got to not only be there, I got paid to go see it. So those moments, and it's windsurfing and rock climbing and climbing Katahdin and paddling the Allagash and all of the things. I think the big time opportunity in Maine sports is outdoors. And I had a chance to witness a lot of it and be paid for it. I'm sorry to get ranting, but it is kind of my favorite subject.
No, that's awesome. Jeff?
Can you tell us about what you do now with Maine Sports Hall of Fame?
Yep, as the executive director, I'm responsible for our activities, and they are kind of threefold. We induct 10 of the best of the best, people who have, through sport, created a better Maine through sport. And I'm in Westbrook right now, outside a place called Train Maine, where a guy who was a wrestler, but now he's a trainer. It's his facility. He trains people. And he was a world champion wrestler. He was a national champion. And, several times a state champion. And I'm just interviewing him. A part of our induction ceremony, there'll be a video about Ben and the other 9 entrants this year. There'll be a program book with stories about these people and lots of ads. And so that's one of the things that I do. And when I get done with this interview, I'm going to drive up to Rockland and talk with a guy named Bob Hillgrove, who won 503 races running, road races.
Wow.
You know, not he entered. Like I know that I've been in more than 100 races, but he won 503 races, including something like 94 in a row at one time. Just incredible. So I'll go up and I'll talk with Bob, and I'm just getting the information today. I'm interviewing them for the stories that I'll write and that I'll produce for video. And so I'm in charge of the induction ceremony. We have 5 scholarship athletes each year. And we give out $5,000 scholarships. So I'm responsible for raising that money. So look out, I'll be coming after you. And you know, I try to raise $100,000 a year for some of the activities that we do. We hope to televise our induction ceremony this year on statewide television. That's pretty exciting. And for the scholar athletes who win, we do an overnight courtesy of Sunday River. We take them and their families up Father's Day weekend, and we do a webinar for all high school students that want to tune in on some subject involved with being a scholar athlete. And then we present our scholarships on Father's Day. And it's down now, but I got to start doing a podcast, a weekly podcast. It was on Spotify and Apple, called Legends with Bill Green, you know, Maine Sports Hall of Fame. So I'm busy all the time, and I'm busy a lot. So it's,
Very cool.
and I'm stupidly making it more of a job than it needs to be. You know, but there's just so many good things you can do. But I still like the same thing. I like going. I like going and talking to people. I enjoy talking to Ben. I'll enjoy talking to Bob. And the key to it all is gas station pizza. I'm gonna have to get some lunch here. I'm gonna hit a gas station, get a slice of pizza. And if you don't like gas station pizza, you can't do Bill Green's Maine.
Noel?
Okay, what is your favorite part of what you do now?
It's the people. I thought you were going to ask me my favorite part of Maine, but it's always the people. It's always going places, and in my case, I'm meeting with some incredible people, and it's I guess at my age now, I'll be 70 in September. I think, why didn't I work harder? Why didn't I train better? I was a pretty good athlete, but I meet some people that just, it's all about work, and it's all about work, whether whether it's your personal life or a lot of people have talent, but the ones who excel work hard. And I just can't get over some of the great people, but also the places I go. There's a place down east. It's called the Bold Coast. It goes from that famous striped lighthouse in Cutler south. There are trails along the Bold Coast. If you've never hiked the Bold Coast, it's not hard. It's just beautiful. And I've done the Allagash. I've climbed Katahdin a bunch of times, and I've sailed off the coast. And it's getting into the wonderful places we have to offer, and looking at some of the sports that aren't so mainstream. Then I particularly enjoy seeing all the different places. And I'll be up at Sunday River on Saturday morning, and probably my last trip to the ski areas this year. And good, then I'll come down. And I'm also a spokesman for Freedom Boat Club, so I go out on the boat a lot and go around, look at lighthouses and stuff. And how big a group do you have there?
Altogether, Strive now serves about 1,500 people.
Yep. Well, if you want, I don't know, I've got just a big enough boat that I could take the 7 of you out for a boat ride this spring someday in May. So if you want to do that, let me know, okay?
That's pretty good, huh?
Where are you located?
We're in South Portland. Yeah.
Perfect. We'll go out and take a look at, are you at SMCC?
Sometimes, yeah. Yep.
We'll go right by there. We'll check out Spring Point. We'll check out SMCC, and we'll go out around the island and come back. If that's legal, we'll do it.
Okay. So, guys, why don't we jump into the lightning round? Okay, we got a couple
Yeah.
quick ones. So, Jeff, why don't you start with a lightning round question?
Okay.
Okay, you got one?
How are the Boston Red Sox for this season, Bill?
I don't see it. I mean, they got Devers and 8 guys and 5 pitchers you never heard of. I mean, you've heard of Sale and Kluber, but they've had some injuries already. I think they're last in the American League East. I hope they prove me wrong, but not seeing it. We're back to the golden days of the 1960s when they were terrible.
Noel.
Okay. What is your favorite sport?
I don't have one. Right now, currently, I'm doing a lot of biking, about 3,000 miles a year. So I'd say biking. I stay out in the country. I stay in those big fat bike lanes away from traffic. People are so nice to me. Cars don't, I don't go into town, but so I'd say right now for me personally, it's cycling.
Jeff.
It's weird. A recreational cycling, not racing.
Lightning round question, Jeff.
What is your favorite restaurant and why?
Ooh.
Wow. In Maine, you can't do that because there's a million of them and they're all great. I just told you I love gas station pizza. I'm going to be snobby, and I pride myself in not being snobby. I've eaten great food all over the world. And, we have so many great restaurants in Maine. So, I don't have a favorite restaurant. I like a variety. I like going to get my gas station pizza, but we were at Isa Saturday night. That was great. And I like the Muddy Rudders made a comeback. I never used to go there. And, I like them all. I like, is it Fish in the Old Port? And I like the one in South Portland. It's one of those sea grills. I can't think of the name of it, where you sit on the deck and look back towards Portland. I like that. I like the Royal River Grill. I live up in Cumberland, as Jeff knows. So I like whatever handy boat's called these days. And and I love the Lost Kitchen. My goodness. I see what is that going to be this year? $250 a head or 500 or something?
Wow.
I like Primo up in Rockland. There's a lot of, I can't even do a lightning round on that, and I like McDonald's. So
There you go. Noel, you got one more?
Yep. Do you what's your if you were if do you like baseball?
love it. And also 4th Street and what's the place in Monument Square?
Like
It's
Sister's
named-
Gourmet Deli or the David's place?
David.
No,
David.
the restaurant that's got the 12 thing in the back, the famous restaurant owners there. I love that place. I'm so
Oh, that
embarrassed.
Chinese restaurant.
What?
I think it's a
David's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the David's place over
I
there.
love David's.
Yeah.
I love baseball. I played baseball. I was captain of the 1971 Bangor Rams that won the state championship. And I've played baseball. I've coached baseball. I've umpired at the high school level. I love baseball, and I really like the new rules that are going to make it faster. I love baseball. Love it.
Ryan, want to do the last question? Famous last question?
Tell us your best joke.
All right, let me think of a joke. I don't know. Let me think. Usually my jokes are a little racy. Let me think. I had to shoot my dog. Was he mad? Well, I guess he wasn't so darned pleased. So kind of a down east joke. I don't have a joke.
That's
I
a good
think it's fun. I think it's fun to be funny, but you got to kind of make it up as you go along. And my secret job, that I never did. I think like Bob Marley, he goes on the road, goes to Buffalo, or he's someplace Vegas right now, to get up on stage and be funny. That's like in the old West, when they get in a gunfight. I could just imagine bombing, just getting up there. And, he told me a story one night. He's in Houston doing a thing for Ford Motor Company, and all the people in the audience are of Asian heritage. And he's doing it, and they're kind of looking at him like, this isn't that funny. They didn't speak English. And he's like 3 minutes into his bit. He can't even commit it, so he just did his thing and left. But I'd like to be a comedian, but I don't really have a favorite joke.
Well, we appreciate you spending some time with us and sharing some stories today. So thank you very
It
much.
was so fun. Keep up the good work. Let's
All
talk
right.
about going for a boat ride sometime.
Yeah, Jeff, you want to take us to break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
Okay. STRIVECast is brought to you by.
Your ad is right here.
Right here. Tell them about it, Ryan.
So you can sponsor Strive for $30 for 4 episodes. And if you're interested, you can email strivecast@pslstrive.org or give us a call at 207-774-6278. Or you can DM our social media platforms like the Strive on Facebook, the Strive on Instagram, the Strive on TikTok. Either way, if you get in contact, we'd love to work a deal.
All right. Jeff, would you like to take us a break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
All right, we're
Okay.
back. And what's the time for now, Noel?
It's time for trivia games.
That's right. It's time for our weekly trivia contest. Today is National Respect Your Cat Day. So, and ironically, it's also National Things on a Stick Day. So I hope you're not celebrating both of them together. So, questions about your cat. Okay. So, you want a score update before we get going too far?
Yes, Pete. It's score update, Pete.
Jeff loves a good score update. All right,
Yes,
here we
Pete.
go.
I always love you, Pete.
Thanks, dude. All right, so we've got Noel with 19 points, followed by Jeff with 24, Alex with 31, Whitney with 32, and Ryan out in front, 37. He's a cat guy too, so he could let's see if he adds to his lead today. All right. In 2004, question number 1. In 2004, French archaeologists found a cat's grave in Cyprus. How old was it? The cat, they say, sometimes is the world's oldest pet. So how old was it? I'll give you a hint. It is between 1 year old and 10,000 years old.
Yeah.
All right. Jeff raises his hand. He rings in first. Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay. I remember you said I think 2,000 years.
Well, they found it in 2004.
Okay, but I mean, you said something about like it was besides that.
Yeah, I'll read the question again. In 2004, French archaeologists found a cat's grave in Cyprus. How old was it? It was between 1 and 10,000 years old.
10,000 years old.
Okay. Jeff goes 10,000. Noel.
I will go. What's less than 10? What is less than 10,000?
9,999.
I picked that one.
Okay. All right. Ryan.
3,000.
Okay. Whitney.
Say 75,100.
Okay. And Alex.
I'll go 5,000.
All right. Whitney is the closest without going over. It was 9,500 years old. So unfortunately for Noel, who was probably the closest, we actually go by Price is Right rules, and he'd gone over. So point for Whit. Okay. Now, a couple of questions about cat videos on YouTube. They are the most popular posting on YouTube, are cat videos. So the question is, the two questions here about this. The first one is, how many cat videos are there on YouTube? And I need a number, and that number is between 1 and 5 million. Jeff rings in first. Go ahead, Jeff.
5 million.
Jeff goes 5 million. All right. Alex.
I'm gonna go 3.5 million.
Okay. Whitney.
4 million.
Noel.
4.
Okay. And last but not least is Ryan. How many cat videos are on YouTube?
3.7 million.
It is actually 2 million. So
Wow.
unfortunately, you're all over. No points on that one.
Wow.
But of those 2 million cat videos, what is the average amount of views? It is the highest amount of views for a category on YouTube. A lot of people like the cat videos.
Is the views.
Okay, so I'm going to give you another hint. It is between 1 and 50,000 views
No, we can
on
go.
average. Noel, you want to go first? I think Noel raised his hand first.
Okay, I was switching, but I do.
Okay.
I was so 55 people.
Between 1 and 50,000.
Oh,
How many
I
views
was-
does the average cat video get?
10.
10? Okay. Noel doesn't think they get a lot. Jeff, over to you.
Okay. Is it between 1 and 10?
Between 1 and 50,000.
1,000.
Okay. 1,000 for Jeff. 10 for Noel. 1,000 for Jeff. Ryan.
25,000.
25,000. Okay. Whitney.
I was gonna say 30,000.
Okay. And Alex.
I go 31,000.
Jeff is the winner of this one. It is 12,000 average views for every cat video on YouTube. All right. Okay. 2 more questions left. This was a survey by the people that do National Respect for Your Cat Day. And they interviewed 1,000 cat owners. So the first part of the question is, would you rather spend a quiet evening with your cat or with your significant other? What did the majority say? That they would rather spend it with their cat? They're with their cat or their significant other. Alex?
Go cat.
Okay. Whitney?
I'm going cat too.
All right. Noel?
I'll go with that one too.
Okay. Ryan?
Cat.
And Jeff?
I think I'm going with cat.
Okay, good choice because it is cat. So point for everybody. So more than 50% of the people said that they would prefer to spend the time alone, an evening alone with their cat than with their significant other. What percent of people, this one's for 5 points. What percent of people, 10 if you get it exactly right, what percent of people said that they'd rather spend the time with their cat? It's between 50 and 100. Jeff goes first.
100?
Okay. All right. Noel.
65.
Okay, there you go. All right. Whitney.
I'm gonna say 84.
Okay. Ryan.
75.
And Alex.
I go 90.
You guys are all over. Closest, Noel was actually very close to 65. It was actually 64.
Wow.
I'll give you half a point for that, even though.
Okay.
Oh, now with a
Pete.
half point on it.
Hey,
Yes,
Pete,
sir.
I say 64.
Yes, that's right. Point for Jeff.
Uh,
No, can't do that, Jeff. But all right, so you guys talk about your favorite cat videos or favorite cat people or anything about cats while I do the scores. Okay.
Okay.
Talk
I like
amongst
the cat videos of the cats on Roombas driving around the floor.
yourself.
I like when cats are trying to jump from one thing to another, but don't make it and fall.
Oh,
I got
So
a video
funny.
of the zippy
They don't get
ginger on,
injured, but it's so funny.
I got a video of the zippy ginger on YouTube that got like 1.3 thousand views
really? Wow.
Wow.
on YouTube.
Well, I'll bet it'll go up because it says the average is 12,000. So I'll bet Zippy
It might,
Ginger.
I mean, it's got some hashtag with it. But my YouTube's Ryan Take 16.
There you go. Help Ryan get Zippy Ginger to the 12,000 average. Okay, so we've got for scores, we've got Noel is up to 20.5 with his extra half a point. Jeff
Yeah.
is at 26. Alex is at 32. Whitney at 34. And Ryan still in the lead with 38 big ones. All right. So, National Respect for Your Cat Day. Not just National Cat Day, but Respect for Your Cat Day. Hope you celebrate responsibly. Jeff, want to take us a
Yeah.
break?
Yes, Pete. We'll be right back.
Welcome down to another segment of tips and hits and recommendations. Okay, so we have great cast. Is Jack Black plays Browser.
Well,
Well,
what are we even talking about? Right, but you need to share
tell
that
the
with
listeners.
the audience.
The movie of Mario.
All right.
Those of you that listening on our audio only podcast, Noel is rocking the Strive, not the Strive version of it, but the Super Mario hoodie today. Nothing to do with Strive, but Super Mario.
Browser the Mad Bad Dragon is Jack Black.
Okay.
And the person we know from Guardians is played Mario.
Who's
And
that?
he was Guardians of the Galaxy in Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Okay.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
All right. Chris Pratt is Mario. All right.
Why don't you tell what the movie is about?
I don't know yet.
Happens.
I don't
Okay.
really. But I've seen trailers, but not the full movie because it's not out yet. And it will be out April 5th.
Oh, coming right up.
Yeah, and that's a Wednesday.
Looks like Anna Taylor-Joy is Princess Peach. Charlie
Yeah.
Day is Luigi.
Yeah, but I don't know who's Yoshi.
I don't know if Yoshi is in it.
Uh,
I love
Seth
you, Pete.
Rogen is Donkey Kong.
yeah,
Keegan-Michael Key is Toad.
yeah.
All right. I doesn't
If
look
you-
like I don't see Yoshi in this, but I might not have all the information either. So
If you go to stores like Target and things, they have toys already there for to promote the movie too.
wow.
The
All right. So will you be in line to see it on April 5th?
I
oh
love
yeah,
you, Pete.
yeah.
Okay.
I love you, Pete.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Pete.
So
Oh,
if you
that,
and Jeff, Noel, if you and Jeff were Mario and Luigi, who would be who?
that's a great question.
Thank you.
I think I will be the L person, and
Luigi?
he can be the M person.
Okay. Why? Just feel more like a Luigi?
Because Mario is more funnier than Luigi, I think.
Huh. Really? Jeff, that's a compliment he just gave you then.
Oh, thank you, Noel.
And I think his girlfriend is Peach. I don't know.
Oh. Guess we'll have to watch the movie and find out.
Yeah.
All right. Any other tips, tricks, or recommendations?
Yeah. And Wednesday the 5th, Peter, is the day before Strive 25.
There you go. So there's a nice little week if you're in Southern Maine. Go to the Mario movie premiere on Wednesday, Strive 25. If you're in Southern Maine again on Thursday, and there you go.
Yeah. That's it.
Podcast will come out Tuesday. There you go. It's a
What a week.
big week.
I love you, Pete.
Oh, I do have one more,
Oh, go ahead. It's your segment.
but it's not about Mario.
It's your segment. Take it away.
When I was in New York, I saw the Glass Museum. in
Oh.
Cornwall.
Well,
What
That
kind
was-
of glass museum?
But it was all about glass.
Oh,
is that the Corning Glass Museum?
Yeah.
wow. Whitney. You've been there?
I have not, but I've wanted to go.
Oh,
How you doing, Whitney?
I'm good.
I'm actually,
Jeff.
I'm,
I'm good.
I'm actually, I'm very happy right now.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
I'm
Noel,
coming
did you
back.
have fun at the Glass Museum?
Yes, I did. We had a couple of shows, a lot of fancy exhibits, something with space with glass.
They have shows at the Glass Museum?
But they were like presentations.
I
Wow.
think they do a lot of glass blowing there.
Wow. I would be scared of breaking something.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
that's it.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot. Jeff, would you like to take us to break?
Yes, Pete, we'll be right back.
All right, we're back. What's the time for now, Jeff?
My segment.
All right. We have an interesting question this week. Comes from Stephanie from Buxton. And Stephanie writes, Dear Jeff, would you rather be a giant hamster or a tiny rhino? Love the show. Stephanie from Buxton.
I think I'll go for Rhino.
No hesitation. Jeff goes right after the tiny rhino. Okay, why?
Because he could run very fast.
Okay,
Right, Drew.
there you go. Tiny rhino. One vote. Tiny rhino. Noel, what do you think about you?
Oh, what's the question again?
Well, for the third time, if you had to be either a tiny rhino or a giant hamster, which one would you choose?
I would pick the hamster.
Giant, you'd be a giant hamster. Okay, why?
To hop down and be so big in digital world.
Well, I think you'd be big in the real world, I guess.
If you were a giant hamster, what are we talking? Like the size of a dog or like very large?
Well, that's a good question, I guess. This is giant, so I'm going to say like a human-sized hamster,
Oh, like
like 6
Michael
foot
Jordan,
tall hamster,
like tall like Michael Jordan.
and tiny for a rhino, like a kitty,
Oh,
Like
like
a
a
what?
pussy.
kitty, kitten.
Oh, piece of the tea.
What? Like a cat.
Oh, I thought you said TTSE.
No,
Mm,
like
I
a
don't know
kitten.
what kitty cat.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you, Noel. You're gonna have to cut most of this segment out, I think.
Pete, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Well, I think that it's okay. All right, so
Okay, I won't say it.
so Jeff goes tiny rhino, and Noel goes giant hamster. How about you, Alex?
I think I'd have to go tiny rhino too.
Why?
Oh, thank you, Alex. You're so sweet and kind.
Like a tiny
Because you
rhino.
picked it, Jeff. But
All right. No,
I think
no
it'd be-
reasoning. Just
I don't think I'd want to be a big hamster. I think that's why.
okay. Wit.
I think I would pick rhino as well because a giant hamster just kind of creeps me out.
For the giant, about
Oh,
a tiny
thank you, Whitney.
tiny rhino is okay. All right, Ryan.
I'd say tiny rhino too.
Why?
What about you?
Because
Peter?
of being able to run freely.
I think I'd
If
go
you
giant
like a
hamster.
I'd be stuck in that
Yeah.
wheel.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go giant hamster with Noel.
Okay.
All right, so tiny rhino wins.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get a feeling you could see this question on our Instagram page. Let us know what your vote is: tiny rhino or giant hamster.
Yeah.
Could be the question of the week for the whole show. All right.
Mm.
So Jeff, you feeling good about that? Tiny rhino, final answer?
Yes, Pete.
What if it was the other way around? Tiny hamster or a giant rhino? What would you be?
I think I'll go with hamster.
Okay. How come?
Because they're so cute and tiny.
Okay. There you go. But they're not cute when they're giant?
Oh yeah, probably not.
Okay. Well, if you have a question for Jeff, you can send it to us at strivecast@pslstrive.org, and we'll answer the best ones right here on the show. So thanks a lot to Stephanie from Buxton for this week's question.
Yeah.
Anything else, Jeff?
No, Pete, I am very good.
Okay, then would you like to take us to break?
Yes, Pete, we'll be right back.
STRIVEcast is brought to you by.
Listeners like you.
Listeners like who, Ryan?
Christine Keeney.
Thanks, Christine.
Thanks, Christine.
Noel, tell them how they could be listener of the week.
You can call,
You can
text.
send us an email, or you can call 6278
Yep. 207-774-6278.
and you can call Pete and Winnie and ask that number, and you can send them a text message or something like that.
Or you can put it on Twitter too.
That's right. Or you can just email the show, strivecast@pslstrive.org, or just share one of our posts and go back and forth with us, leave us a comment, and you could be listener of the week.
What about TikTok?
Hey, we do have TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would work too. All right. Jeff, would you like to take us to break?
Yes, Pete, we'll be right back.
All right, we're back. What's the time for now, Noel?
It's time to wrap it up.
It sure is. All right, let's wrap it up.
At 11:56. But we're gonna interview.
Noel, do you have a discussing rap of the week?
Yes, I do. I have a coning glass with a piece of glass bacon and some little bit of outer space ice cream and Sagittary meatball with a heavy fuzzy spaghetti. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that may be the worst one yet.
Yeah.
Hairy fuzzy spaghetti, not good. Not to mention
And
like glass, but
and a glass meatball.
glass meatball. Okay. Well, what do we want to talk about here as we wrap it up? We want to thank our guest, Bill Green.
Oh yes.
That was fun
Go.
today.
Oh Bill.
That's right.
Oh Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bills.
All right.
Wrong bill.
Yeah. All right. Ryan, still hiring?
Yes, we are. Strive is still hiring, and with a sign-on bonus of $1,750. Check out pslstrive.org/employment.
And Whitney, a little over a month till a giant event.
That's right. Strive Rocks 2023 coming up May 5th and 6th. We'll be staying up all night long on Zoom, and we have so many fun things planned. We have magicians and music. We have virtual games. We have theme hours, prizes, and we will be unveiling some of that stuff in the coming weeks. So keep your eye on our social media pages, on our website, striverocks.org, to see all the exciting things that we have planned and to register for the night.
Spread the word. All right. Jeff or Noel, anything else that you'd like to talk about or share?
Nope, I'm all set, Pete.
Not really.
Okay. Well, then we'll see you all next week. Bye.
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 Bye.